when your body isn't responding to you. Like, you want to be productive but you can't. You need to differentiate between laziness and burnout. Because we are standing on business and taking our life seriously, we tend to use our masculine side more than our feminine side. Behind closed doors, I'm a fool for your love. Hi guys, my name is Rose if you are stopping by for the first time, and if you're not, welcome back. In today's video, we are going to be talking about what to do when you feel unmotivated. If this is something you like to see, then keep on watching. I haven't started and my throat is already dry. I'm sure you guys know that feeling of not wanting to do anything. You don't want to get out of bed. You don't want to be productive. You're just there. Your body is just there. It's not responding to you at all. You just don't feel like doing anything. It is totally normal because I go through it all the time. When I mean all the time, I mean all the time, you guys. And I'm sure you guys must have experienced this. And I'm also sure that some of you already know how to bring yourself out of that mood, out of that feeling. But for those people that don't know how to get out of a funk, how to get yourself out of that state of being unmotivated and not wanting to do anything, you definitely want to stay and watch, because I'm going to be sharing with you some tips on how to get over that feeling and, you know, get out of that funk. When you're juggling so much in life and doing so much, it is normal for you to get into that phase of you not wanting to do anything, when your body isn't responding to you. Like, you want to be productive but you can't. If you're not feeling that way, then that is not what is wrong with you at that moment. So try not to forget that it is totally normal for you to feel the way you're feeling, especially when you're juggling so much by yourself. When I realized that as women we have our feminine side and our masculine side, that was when I realized the problem. Because in this 2024, the era that we are in right now, women are standing on business, and it is not a bad thing. But because we are standing on business and taking our life seriously, we tend to use our masculine side more than our feminine side. So when our body recognizes the fact that we've been using our masculine side so much, that is when you get into that funk and you feel unmotivated and you don't want to do anything. It is your body trying to tell you that you need to use your feminine side. You need to relax and take things easy. So once you understand this, you can now use the tips I'm going to give you. The first tip I'm going to give you is dwell in the moment. You need to differentiate between laziness and burnout, because there's a difference. If you've been working so hard and you've been consistent with work and then you suddenly become unmotivated and tired, it is understandable. But when you've done little or no work and you say you are having burnout, or you are going through burnout, or you are unmotivated, you are just being lazy. That one is pure laziness. Before you use this point of mine, you need to really differentiate between the two and make sure that you are going through a burnout and not laziness. And if it is laziness, you need to fix it. But for this video, I'm talking to those of you that are going through burnout and not the lazy people. We'll talk about you guys in another video. So guys, when you are in that stage that you don't feel motivated, or you don't feel like being productive, or feel like doing anything, or you don't want to get out of bed, the first thing I'm going to advise you to do is listen to your body. Do what your body is telling you to do. If your body is telling you to lie down, lie down. If your body is telling you to just chill, just chill. Don't overwork yourself, because if you try to push yourself so hard during that point of unmotivation, you won't come out of that phase refreshed. Even if as time goes on, maybe you get over it, you will not be refreshed. You're going to be very stressed and it's going to take longer for you to, you know, get out of that stage that you are in. So try as much as possible to listen to your body. If your body wants to rest, take that rest. Don't feel guilty for taking rest. And this is where I'm going to talk to you guys about fear. You need to get over that fear of not being enough, because sometimes it is the expectation that we put on ourselves that is too much, and when you don't meet that expectation, then you go into burnout. There are so many ways that you can listen to your body and relax. If you want to pray, you can pray. If you want to journal, you can journal. If you want to listen to cool music, then do that. You want to make sure that the music you are listening to is very calm and refreshing, something that is just going to calm you down. You don't need too much noise, so you want to listen to something very calm. You can read a book, you can go for massage, you can try to eat well. Just feed yourself and relax. Just do it according to how you feel and what makes you feel relaxed. You can also take a walk. That really helps. In whatever you do, just make sure that you are relaxed. You know that fear that comes when you want to take a break? You feel like you're not doing enough. You feel like, oh no, you don't have to take a break. You might not reach where you want to reach. What if you take a break and things pass you by? What if you take a break and this happen and this happen? You know, all that fear, you need to get rid of it. If your body wants to rest, do not feel guilty about it at all. So don't ever think that if you listen to your body and relax, your life will not move forward. That is the fear that comes with taking a rest, because that's how I used to feel most of the time. I'll feel like if I take a rest, I won't succeed. I used to think that what if this week that I want to rest is the week that God wants to bless me and He will now come and find me resting. Like, these are some of the fearful thoughts that comes to my mind anytime I feel like taking a break or something. I'll be like, what if that is my time and I'm taking a rest? One thing I've learned is when is your time is your time. No one can take it away from you. That is what I've learned so far, because all that years that I've been allowing that fear to hold me down, I didn't take a break or something. I didn't listen to my body. I would just be forcing myself. I would end up not liking the results. But all those times that I calmed down and took my time, I came out refreshed and I loved the results of what I did after coming out of that phase. So the second tip I'm going to give you is understanding the problem. When you dig deep and really look at the things and the event that has occurred in your life, it will give you a clear perspective to what the problem really is. It is going to tell you why you feel the way you feel. So you need to have a conversation with yourself. Ask yourself, why do you feel terrible for not being productive? Why do you feel the way you feel when you're not working? You feel very, very bad. Ask yourself why. By the time you answer those questions, everything is going to be clear to you and you will know exactly what the problem is. But if you don't do that and you don't know what the problem is, that fear that comes with not being productive is going to creep into your head and you're going to have anxiety or depression, and you don't want that. Like, that's the last thing you want, going into anxiety or depression. And when you are doing this, when you are trying to figure out or understand what the problem is, you want to stay away from social media, guys. Imagine you not being productive and then you come online, you see your friends or maybe, people being productive and showing up for themselves. You will feel more terrible. You will feel very, very bad. I'm not saying you should delete your app. You can just stay away from, going online. That is why you need to distract yourself. Other things like reading, journaling, and maybe take a walk. Just go out, go out, see the real world and forget about what is happening online. Okay, trust me, if you know the problem, you can solve it. That's like the first step to solving your problem. But when you don't know your problem, it's really terrible. Like, you're going to go into anxiety and depression. Trust me, you guys, there's no two ways about it. For me, the problem I had was giving myself too many tasks at the same time. I have so many goals that I've written down and the time is limited and it is a lot, and I am just one person. So I was putting so much pressure on myself and I was achieving less. I was getting less results and it was making me go into burnout. So all I had to do was break down my goals into smaller and bigger goals and give myself realistic time frame to reach those goals. So, and I also try to celebrate my small wins. It motivates me to, want to achieve the rest of the goals on my list. And since I figured that out and, gave myself realistic time to do things, my head is more clear. I am more creative. I am more productive. Like, I get burnt out, but then it is a good burnout. It is not a terrible, terrible burnout. Imagine I hadn't sat down to, figure out what the problem is. I'll be seeing my mates maybe putting in the work and they're getting good results. I'll feel like maybe I'm not good enough, or maybe that particular thing was not meant for me. Meanwhile, I just had to take a step back to, to revisit my problem and, get it sorted out. And I feel more free. I feel more at peace. I feel more at ease right now. And because of that, I can be more productive. I am happier doing what I'm doing as opposed to being stressed and all. I'm sure you guys understand what I'm trying to say. The third tip I'm going to give you is focus on smaller things. Now you're going to write down the small things that are going right in your life right now. What are those things that you've achieved? What are those small goals that you've set before that you've achieved? Like the good things that are happening to you right now. You want to write it down and you want to be grateful for those things. You have to be grateful. You have to appreciate those little things, those little milestones that you've hit. You need to appreciate yourself for that. You need to be grateful. Like I said, focus on small things. It doesn't have to be something big. If you can't find something you are grateful for, just be grateful for your good health. There are so many people that are in the hospitals. So many people cannot talk. So many people don't have legs. So many people don't have hands. So be grateful that you are complete. Be grateful that you are alive. Be grateful that you have grace to see the next day, to right your wrongs. Yeah, to right your wrongs. I was thinking it's to wrong your rights. But yeah, you know what I mean, you guys. Be grateful for the air you breathe. It doesn't have to be something big. Just write down things you are grateful for. It is really going to help you in this process. You are going to appreciate yourself more. You're going to see that you've not just been laying around. You've actually been making progress. You are not where you used to be, and greater things lie ahead of you. So you don't have to let that burnout take over you. By the time you appreciate those little things, it's going to help you kill those expectations. You need to be intentional about killing those expectations that you have of yourself, and also the expectations that people have of you. You want to make sure that you are focusing on yourself. And the last tip I'm going to give you is to start small when coming out of a burnout or a funk. You guys, I have done this so many times. When I go into burnout like this, and sometimes I take a week off, when I'm trying to like come back, I now tell myself, you have to do a lot. Like, I'll be giving myself plenty things to do. It will look like I'm trying to cover for the 1 week that I went on a break for, which is not supposed to be like that. Don't pressure yourself to cover up for what you've missed. When you're coming back, you have to start very small. By the time you give yourself too much work because you feel like you've missed a lot, you're going to go back right where you started. So you want to make sure you start very, very slow. Don't even force yourself. Don't push yourself too hard, because pushing yourself too hard is what got you into this problem in the first place. So you don't want to do that. And as you're coming out, you want to be appreciating yourself for any little thing you've done. If you were not able to get out of bed before, and today maybe you got out of bed and you were able to take a shower or do something nice for yourself, appreciate yourself for that effort you put in. Any little effort you put in, you need to appreciate yourself. If you're not seeing those little efforts as something, then when you do something big, you're still not going to see it as anything. So you want to make sure you try and appreciate the little things and start small. You guys, I'm going to emphasize on this one because this is a very big problem. This one is going to take you right back where you started. You gave yourself rest to be better, so don't try to cover up that time. Whatever time has passed. Just focus on the future. Okay, and yeah guys, we have come to the end of this video. Those are the 4 tips I have for you guys. I hope these tips are going to be helpful to you. These are the tips that I have learned and I have used, and they have worked for me. Hopefully it works for you as well. If you have other tips you want to add, you can comment down below in the comments and we'll continue the conversation over there. You can follow me on Instagram and DM me. We can continue this conversation if you want to talk or something. If not, you can just drop a comment and we'll continue this conversation and make it fun. Add some tips that you think I should also incorporate in my own life in case of burnout, because it is inevitable. It will always reoccur, and when it reoccurs, just take your time. Just follow the process until you get better, and trust me, you're going to come out refreshed, more productive and more energetic. That is all for today. I wanted to keep it short and cute. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you like this video, comment down below, and share this video to anyone who might need it. And don't forget to subscribe, you guys. Subscribe, okay? And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.